Welcome back to the MSU Federal Credit Union Coaches Show.
After two tough losses at home and all of the off-the-field issues surrounding the program, one bright spot for the Spartans has been the play of true freshman linebacker Jordan Hall. He came into the year as one of the most anticipated new additions to the team, and so far he is living up to the hype. Through 4 games, he's tallied 13 tackles and 3 for loss. But where Hall really makes a difference is in his leadership presence, and there's also another member of his family who is making an impact in East Lansing, per our Haley Schoengart.
Your first career collegiate start against Maryland. Was it a sense of relief to get that first one off your back?
Kind of, I would say. I mean, I feel like I had put myself in a position through like the fall and the spring to be ready to start. It was just a matter of when, unfortunately, because of an injury. But, you know, I was grateful for the opportunity to be out there, you know, always praying for Jacoby and you know, his recovery.
There was a lot of hype and pubs surrounding you in this offseason. How have you been able to handle that and essentially live up to the expectation everyone had set for you when you stepped on campus?
You know, I have my own expectations. I try not to worry about too much about what, you know, people have to say about me. You know, the good news is, you know, good to hear. But at the end of the day, that's not really what I'm focused on. I'm more, you know, I have my own expectations with myself, with my coaches, and with God about, you know, what I need to do, and I kind of keep it at that.
You had a big leadership role at IMG Academy, a 3-time captain on the football team. How have you been able to seamlessly transition that leadership from IMG Academy now here to Michigan State?
The way I go about it is if there's an opportunity for me to take it, that can only benefit me. I don't see why. And other people around me, you know, a lot of the stuff that I've done in the community since I've been here, they've been great opportunities to learn more about our community and truly help out, which is what I really want to do here while I'm here to leave an impact. So I guess it's not really more so anything I'm doing, it's just something that I've always tried to do no matter where I'm at, and it just happens to be here in East Lansing.
Where has that passion for community service and volunteering stemmed from?
Probably from my mom. You know, she's really caring. You know, she's done a lot for me to get me where I am. So the sacrifices that she has made has kind of shown me the sacrifices that I get to make being here. She's always worked multiple jobs, which is kind of where I get that hard work ethic from. You know, she's still working multiple jobs. She's just an awesome lady that has always been there for me and supported me in everything I've tried to do.
How much has it meant to you to see the East Lansing and the Michigan State community embrace her as much as they've embraced you?
It's great, you know, because that was really a big reason on why, you know, we chose to come here. You know, it was, at the end of the day, it was my decision, but, you know, my family had a lot to play in me coming here. And that was one of the big reasons why, was the community support that not only I got, but that she got. So actually seeing that overlap to me being here now, it makes you appreciate, you know, being here, being surrounded by the people who care about you and care about your family, and not so much about, you know, how many tackles you have on Saturdays.
She's kind of like the mayor, I feel like.
Yeah, she might run for office here soon if people keep liking her tweets.
Do people recognize you as Mama Hall's son versus?
Yeah, that has happened before, and multiple times actually. They'll see me and they'll be like, are you Jordan Hall? I'm like, yeah. And they'll be like, oh, I follow your mom on Twitter. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I get that a lot.
How did she get you into football?
It was actually my cousin who, his dad got me into football. We were at his house one day for dinner, and I was like 6 years old. And they were like, you're pretty big for a 6-year-old. You should come play football. And she was like, she actually didn't want me to play football. So if it was up to her, there wouldn't be a Mama Hall today. But first day of practice, she wanted to wrap me up in bubble wrap, but they wouldn't let her. So, but yeah, ever since then, my cousins showed me the ropes of football. And then I had a coach, Anthony Poole. He's kind of turned into like my uncle now, where he was my first coach all the way up until I went into high school.
Well, and something you do in the off season is the Jordan Hall football camp. How full circle is it for you to kind of go back and give back to a community that started your love for football?
It's surreal. That football field that I held my camp at is the same football field I practice on for youth games for, I can tell you, since I started. So being able to give back to the community where I spent so many days and hours on that field, being able to give that experience to those kids is something surreal for me.
Hall is the Big Ten's 10th highest graded linebacker, and with the Hawkeyes averaging a little over 20 points a game, he could be relied upon heavily come tonight at 7:30 in Iowa City. As for the other side of the ball, offensive lineman J.D. Duplain could be another key piece in a Spartan victory. We sit down with a player who originally thought he was better suited to sack a quarterback than protect him when we come back.
This segment is sponsored by MSU Healthcare.